So I would be starting with this special section which contains the best available approaches for all kind of calculations that you are likely to face in the banking exams or any other aptitude exam. So basically we would be learning the best calculation methods. Okay, so we have to have best calculations in terms of addition, then we have to be good at subtraction, percentage calculation, ratio comparison. So these are the main thrust areas which you should be focusing on. And then after that, square root, cube and cube root. Okay, so these are the areas in which you should be focusing to develop your calculations. Now this would be the main objective for the students before starting with the quantitative aptitude chapters, because if you are not good in calculation, then your speed of solving the problem will definitely lessen. Okay, and this should be like major thrust area for you, and you should do this daily religiously. So now we would be starting with this particular addition, the tricks which we are having for the addition, subtraction, percentage calculation, ratio comparison, square roots and cube roots. So I would be just taking you through the series of videos. Hello students, so today we would be learning the important aspect of the calculation, that is your addition part. So the first emphasis would be on developing your additions. So students, it is like addition is like you would be thinking it is a simple process. Okay, we have to add the numbers which are given to you. For example, say okay, I have to add 1 plus 1, and it is like easy to add, it is 2. Now I would be saying you don't think the answer. Okay, now I would be writing some numbers, and I would be asking you to don't think about the answer. Okay, so I would be writing okay, chalo, 7 plus 3. Okay, don't think the answer comes automatically in your mind. Okay, so answer is 10. Again another 11 plus say 7. Don't think the answer, don't think about the answer. Okay, be it clear in your mind, but still the answer has come, it is 18. Okay, now I would be saying 21 plus 3. Okay, don't think about the answer, but naturally it is coming to your mind. Okay, but now again I would be saying 33 plus 39. Now what? So the speed has slowed down, now you are not able to calculate. So this particular calculation, when I am saying don't think the answer and you are still getting the answer, so that is the your speed, yeah, your level of the calculations. Okay, you are comfortable with it. 7 plus 3, yeah, you are comfortable. 11 plus 7, you are comfortable. 18 is the answer. 21 plus 3, yeah, it is comfortable. 24 is the answer. Now 33 plus 39, now you are in trouble, in big trouble. So this is the need for developing your addition. So understand students that your addition level is on this level, just this level. Okay, you have to develop further, and aptitude exam is just dependent on this particular section of the calculations. Okay, so maths is like wholly dependent on understanding the concept, and 50% of the part is the calculation. So I would be taking you through some of the tricks for developing your additions. Okay, now we would be taking one example for the calculation purpose. Take two numbers, that would be 78 and the second number would be 86. Okay, so from our childhood we have been taught to calculate this particular sum like this. Okay, 8 plus 6 is equal to 14, then we have to carry forward 7 plus 8, and this 8 becomes 164. So if you practice for the long time, if you go on practicing this will not help you, this will reduce your speed. This is a wrong method, because ultimately you have to write it down anyway. Okay, you will need to write it down, you will need to jot it down, then calculate, then carry forward, then write the answer. You should be able to calculate this particular thing mentally. So to change the thought process of this addition, I would like to just emphasize on one method which I highly and frequently recommend to the students, that is the number of that is the method of number line. Okay, so this is the number line starting from the 0 goes to the infinity, and say 78 somewhere lies here. Okay, now it is easy for me to add 6 here. Okay, this 6 particular, if I add it here, then it would be 78 plus 6, 84. So I move here 84. Okay, now what is remaining here? 80. Now 84, 80, it is simple to add 164. So I move forward here. So you don't have to write it down. You don't have to just jot it down and carry forward and take your answer here. You just can think this number line. Okay, so just practicing this particular method to calculate the answer, and that is in 2 steps. The first step is addition of unit digit. What actually I did here was added unit digit 78 plus 6, 84, and then I added, my second step was tens. Okay, so I added 84 plus 80, that is 164. So the 2-step method. First one was 78 plus 6, then I got my answer 84. Then 84 plus 80, so I got my answer 164. Okay, now I would be teaching you exercise that you should do daily to improve your calculations. So I would be showing you my method. You should try this at least 7 to 8 times per day to improve your addition, and we are going to do this all thing without any writing. We are going to do this mentally. Okay, so this is the series of numbers which I have written here. Total 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 numbers I have written, and again 48 here. So I would be asking you to add the series of number, because in competitive exam you are not going to get 2 numbers to add, you are going to get multiple numbers to add. Okay, so we would be starting with the 48 plus 73. Now just understand, 48 plus 3, 51, easy to calculate. 51 plus 70, yeah, right, correct, 121, easy to add. Okay, the students who are having problem adding, just can calculate with your fingers, like 48 plus 3, it is easy to add, that is 51. Then 51 plus 70, 51, 70. So just go from 51 to 61, 71, 81, 91. You can count on your finger. Okay, 101, 111, 121. So 7 is over. So you move over to 121. Okay, so now we have to add 121 plus 68. So we get 129 first. Okay, we have to add 8 first. We get 129. Okay, so after getting 129, again we have to add 60. So just move forward 29, 39, 49, 59, 69, 79, 89. So this is your answer, 189. Okay, easy. It is not that much difficult. 189 plus 6, you get 195, and when you add 50, you get 245. 245 plus 3, 248, and plus 40, 288, plus 18, 296, 306. Plus 7, 313, and plus 20, you get 333. So this was a simple method. What I did was I first added unit and then added tens. Okay, so maybe this is easy method for some students, maybe tough for some students, but this is the proven method, and this is the fastest method, because if you practice it daily, means these are 7 numbers, 8 numbers I have written, you should do practice of this particular assignment at least 10 times per day, and within 2 days you are going to see a drastic improvement in your calculations. Okay, so you would be going to improve your addition speed, and this would again ultimately help you to improve your subtraction speed also. Okay, so this is not that much time consuming, because I am writing just 7 numbers. So this particular assignment will take me around 1 minute, and if I practice for the 10 times, then it would consume around 15 minutes. So 15 minutes of improving your addition would be a quick benefit for you in the competitive exams like banking exams or any other aptitude exam. So again we are going to repeat that same set of number, but this time we are going to check our answer. So last time we had our answer as 333. So again same method we are going to do in anti-clockwise fashion. Okay, so 48 plus 7 is 55. 55 plus 20 is equal to 75. Okay, 75 plus 8 is 83. 83 plus 10 is 93. 93 plus 3, 96, and when we add 40 we get 136. Okay, so those who are having problem with moving from 96 to 136, just understand 93 plus 3 will get you to the 96, and from moving ahead 96, then we have to count your 4 fingers, 106, 116, 126 and 136. Okay, so moving to the next number. So again we have to add 136 plus 6, 142, and again if we add 50 we get 192. Okay, so 192 plus 8, 200, and plus 60, 260. Isn't it easy for you to understand right now? Calculations are getting easier. Now we have the final answer as 260 and we have to add 73. So 263. Okay, and again we have to count the fingers, 73, 83, 93, 303, 313, 23 and 333. So we have counted 7 times. Okay, so again the same step. First step is add unit digit, and second add tens. Okay, so again we have checked that our answer in both cases is coming as 333. Now we would be looking at another example for this particular addition purpose. Now we would be looking at this particular example to understand the concept of addition which I have taught you. So I would be adding this particular set again in first in this clockwise fashion and this side in anti-clockwise fashion. Okay? And our steps would be, again, first step is adding unit and second step is adding tens. So the first step, 41 plus 4, 45, and 30, 55, 65 and 75. Okay, 75 plus 6 you get 81, and 81 plus 70 you get 151. 151 plus 3, 154, and when you add 60, so those who are having problem with the direct jumping, so you can go through the counting finger. 54, you have this 154, so you have to add 60, so 64, 74, 84, 94, 204, 214. So that is your answer, 214. Now 214 plus 8. Okay, 214 plus 8, 222, and when we add 40 we get 262. 262 plus 7, 269. Okay, and when we add 70 we get 339. Okay, 339 plus 40 we get, 339 plus 1, 340, and when we add 40 to 340 we get 380. So this is our final answer. Now we will confirm. Now we have seen that we have done this all mentally. Okay, we have just written the answers in the sequential manner. We have done no calculations in terms of carrying forward, just mental calculations. Okay, 41 plus 34, 75, then add 75 plus 76, 151. So this is a mental calculation. Now we would be again repeating the same calculations in the anti-clockwise fashion. So start with the 41, 41 plus 7, 48, 48, then after that 48 plus 70. So those who are having a problem with the counting finger, problem with the jumping forward, so just go through the counting finger method. So you get 48 here, and when you just go through the counting finger method, you get the answer as 118. Okay, try yourself. Okay, right now I'm not going to tell you, try yourself. Then after that, 118 plus 8, 126, and when we add the 40, so we get the answer as 166. Okay, so 166 plus 3 gets 169, and when we add 60 there, we get the answer as 229. 229 plus 6, 235, and when we add the 70, we get 305. 305 plus 4, 309, and when we add this, we get 339. And again, 339 plus 41 is ultimately our answer, that is 380. So again, we have calculated it correctly. So this method will not only help to increase your speed, but also accuracy. Okay, so it is important to understand that these both aspects are important in competitive exam. So your speed and your accuracy should not be hampered by your methods. So try this particular addition method for the learning purpose. Okay, so now what next? What are you going to do after learning this particular method? So I would be telling you to just practice as much as possible, because practice is the key here. So I would be telling you to do 10 times. First thing is 10 times. Okay, write any number of numbers here. Okay, as much you are comfortable with. Okay, try to add them clockwise, try to add them anti-clockwise. So this is your one set. You have to repeat this 10 times. So I just guide you to this, means do this particular things, but it is in your hand to practice and make the things better for you. So just one thing, do it 10 times. Okay, clockwise and anti-clockwise. So it would be like 20 times you are doing addition. So if you practice this, then addition part would be taken care of with the great accuracy and speed, and this will help you in quantitative. 80% of maths is dependent on this addition, because the percentage is dependent on this particular topic. The multiplication is dependent on this particular addition speed. So if you have a good addition speed, then your percentage calculation speed and your multiplication calculation speed would also increase. So just do it 10 times per day for the time being. Start with it, and we will next move forward to the subtraction, percentage calculation and multiplication part. Okay, then see you in the next lecture again. Thank you.